I have just sold my Lotus Elise Cup 250, one of the purest sports cars ever made. And I replaced it with this. This is honestly my perfect spec. It's not a 170S, it's a 1800 VDC with the Rover K-series engine. Super light, all the carbon options, no color, so bare aluminum. I think it looks insane. If I can spec a Caterham from new, it will be exactly this. Without much more talking, let's take it for a drive. Okay, so first of all, getting in is a little bit more difficult than in the Lotus, but the seats, although looking a bit more uncomfortable, they are actually a bit more comfortable. Full carbon bucket seats, but more comfortable than they look actually. And from now on, you probably won't see my face anymore because I'm using a mask and a ski goggles because, yeah, it is super duper windy and it's just much more comfortable without getting the wind in the eye. Everything else I'm okay with, but the wind in my left eye is just a bit too much, so I prefer closed goggles when riding without a door. Also, the mask I'm using for UV protection because I cannot wear a hat in here, it flies away. Yeah, no chance, no chance. I need to use something like this. But enough said, let's start her up. Let's give it a couple of revs. The clutch is super heavy, so I need to try and not stall it. Okay. Oh, nice, a little bit of cold air. Oh my God. Kilograms, 160 horsepower, so it's not an 170S, it's actually faster. This is insane. Wow! It actually feels a bit more capable than the Lotus, but obviously not as not as a complete car as the Lotus. Here, cyclists and oh my goodness. Oh, I forgot to turn the light on. Let's watch out for oncoming cars. Wow, the tail really wants to come around though on this car. A little bit of understeer, a little over. Wow, but the car communicates so good with you. Whoa! It sounds so angry as well! Woo! Wow, rev matching is also very easy. This 6-speed gearbox is insanely good. It feels so notchy. Whoa! You can actually take this corner in first gear as well, but again, I want to get used to the car first before I completely smash it. Woo-hoo! Goodness gracious, this is also kind of a workout, but I think the suspension needs a bit of adjustment because it's now almost set up like a track car, so yeah. Oh no, there's someone up there. Let's actually chill here really quickly. Whoa! Insane, guys. What in the world? This is a bit more raw than the Lotus, definitely. Not as complete. The Lotus still had stability control, it had ABS, everything. This has nothing, no airbags, no brake assistance, nothing you can think of. Yeah, I'm kind of speechless now. I don't know what else to tell you. It's just, in my opinion, this is an upgrade. It's not better in every way than the Lotus, but it gives me a bit more of that satisfaction. Let's try a hill start. Again, really heavy clutch, so not stalling is difficult. That's why we slow down. Whoa! It sounds so angry though! It really wants to steer with the rear. Goodness. Oh my goodness. This thing is insane. Wow. I do not like going on gravel, but really quickly, let's do it. I'm gonna talk about the car a little bit more in a different video, because this is just for my first impressions. First real mountain drive, getting to know the car, about the specs and everything. I'm gonna make a separate video on that, because yeah, it deserves a separate video. This is an insane spec'd car. I think, personally, I bought one of the best Caterhams out there. Personal opinion, of course. Let's give it a little pull. Downshift, rev matching is so nice, and wow, the shifting feel. The speedo is still quite off, so when the speedo says 90, it's actually 80 on the GPS, keep that in mind. It does need to get a bit used to coming from a Lotus, because the Lotus obviously is mid-engined, this is front-engined, completely different dynamics. Skill ceiling here, I would also say, is a little bit higher, also the risk ceiling is a little bit higher. But then also the reward ceiling is also a little bit higher. I'm not saying this car is better in every way than the Lotus, but in a lot of ways, it is. Dumbass me just thought, hey, Lotus Elise is not raw enough, I need something a bit more. Here. This Rover K-series is so addicting. What? And the exhaust note, again, when you drive it along, it's not as loud, just driving normally. It sounds a bit like a race car because all of those sounds it makes, but not really the exhaust note. The exhaust only comes alive when you either downshift or give it a little bit of a pull. Under load, it sounds so mean. Whoa! I just fell in love with that exhaust note. And the cornering, as every Caterham reviewer always said, the cornering is telepathic. You think yourself around corners, you don't even steer it really. It's, yeah, on a whole different level. Do I regret selling my Lotus Elise? Yes, I do. I actually do. If I had the money, I would honestly buy this alongside the Elise. But yeah, who has the money for that? Not me, at least. But selling the Lotus was a bit easier for me because in the contract I actually had the first buyer's right. So if the next owner of my Elise wants to sell it again, he has to contact me first. So I have the first right to buy it again. So that gives me a little bit peace of mind. Dali. Yeah, another thing about this car compared to the Lotus was a bit flashy with the bright orange. It looked almost like a supercar or just like a flashy exotic sports car. And yeah, the people who know Lotus, they respect it. But the people who don't know Lotus, they might think, oh, it's a Lamborghini or a Ferrari. Everyone loves this car. It's so funny. Wow, also look at these views. Let me know in the comments below, guys, which view do you like better? The one here or the one up here? Yeah, maybe I'm gonna slow down a bit, so I'm gonna let that car drive a little bit because now a lot of nice hairpins are coming up. Also, let me know in the comments below, guys. Do you like this over the Elise? What would you choose? Do you think it's an upgrade, it's a downgrade? Heat the comment section up. I'm so interested to hear what you have to say. Yeah, again, I'm not too experienced in this car yet, so I'm not gonna drive it on its limit yet. I'm also thinking of taking some driving lessons because I don't want to find out the limits of this car in public roads. Trail braking a little, again, not too early on the gas. because on the Lotus you can go a bit earlier on the gas because it was mid-engine. Here you need a little bit smoother inputs. The rear is really light. Also, another question you need to answer me is, do you like these views better with the camera here as well, or do you like the POV better? What is better? I'm not sure actually. For me, it's more comfortable doing this because the POV setup, yeah, it's not as comfortable, especially now with the goggles. I couldn't have it here. It always comes in my face and it's, yeah, just not the nicest experience to film. I get why not a lot of people do this and choose actually this type of setup. That does not mean at all that we're never gonna film POV again, but just for like 50% of the videos, I definitely want to keep it this way. Driving the speed limit in this car is actually about as nice as in the Lotus, although the Lotus, again, was more refined. The clutch was nicer in the Lotus, it was just more usable. This is literally just like a motorcycle. You don't really want to take it to the highway. You don't want to drive it in traffic. Yeah, if you're deciding between a Lotus and a Caterham, you have to ask yourself, do you want a car or do you want more like a motorcycle? Yeah, you can daily this, it is possible. I would not recommend it. But now let's drive this last stretch of nice road and then give it a final verdict. Yes, a little bit of understeer now, a little over. You can really steer it with the throttle. I need to get used to that. The Lotus was not driving that way. Yeah, as soon as it understeers, you can give it a little throttle and it just corrects it. That's why I said I'm not driving to the limits today. I'm getting used to the car. The revs sound so mean! Wow! Third gear. Final verdict, it is a different experience than the Lotus, definitely. Is it better? In a lot of ways, maybe yes, and in a lot of ways also no. You have to be really delicate with the throttle in the corners, otherwise the rear is just gonna come out, and you need to be ready because yeah, it comes fast. Otherwise, light up the comment section with all the answers to the questions I had in this video. It would be really nice to hear your thoughts on this car. Other than that, yeah, I'm gonna see you in the next video. Peace.